I need a hug, kid. Come on. I need a hug. God love you. How old are you now? 21. We got to catch up and tell stories.
See, he tried to leave, and the family's reaction is not to leave with him.
Yeah.
Because he's still got a hold of the daughter, and mom's not leaving her daughter behind. So now he's got to step back in.
I said, well, they usually come back.
There we go. Biden claims the daughter. And then by claiming the daughter, he holds the mom hostage. By holding mom hostage and the daughter hostage, he's holding dad hostage. I shouldn't use those words. He touched his hand and didn't move it out of the way, which would have been another acceptable if he would have just snaked it in between her and Biden and would have smiled graciously and just pulled him along. But he didn't do that. Immediately, he accidentally touches him, like an accident, and pulls his hand straight away. And look over here. I'm going to put my hand around her.
Take a look.
We do this one as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll have the family come in.
It's great.
Okay.
All right.
Hi.
Together they can vanquish us, they will take action. They must never, ever find out what we have done, for if they do, we shall have no place to run, for it will be easy to see who we are once the veil has fallen.
Testimony. Log on to cfnews13.com/chat to voice your opinion. I'm chatting too. We'll try to answer your questions.
Yeah, it's a difficult title. It's a good, a good thing.
Our first caress.
Events suggest otherwise. ABC's Gio Benitez is on the story. Gio, sad stuff.
It really is, Dan. This morning, Amanda Bynes denies it all, saying she never tossed anything out through the window.
It was a wonderful, meaningful endorsement in every way, and I was very proud of it.
I would remind people that every single morning we all awaken to a safer, freer world because of George Bush.
And I keep your emotions, and I deal with your emotions over here. But when it comes time for business, I implement what you told me on the emotion side into...
And technology hidden within the tunnels and caverns of Antarctica. The lizards had no use for the tech, but they were willing to trade for something else they wanted. The lizards were carnivorous and preferred to consume fresh human flesh. And so, a deal was made. The Nazis got the ancient Atlantean tech and sold out the human race. Guilty, powerful heads of state and trusted religious leaders around the world have kept a secret pact with the malevolent lizards. World leaders would receive valuable resources. It refers to hiding the lizards and denying their existence, but also refers to an even bigger secret. Being a parasitic race, Vril lizards have the unique biological ability to invade the human body, take over the brain, and by accessing their memories, they can look, act and seem human in every way. After a period of recovery, the fake's over. Marshall says that with the help of the Illuminati, body-snatching Vril lizards have infiltrated all levels of society and hold positions of power on people and replace them with Vril hosts. Marshall states spinal fluid. When this fluid enters the human, usually through the eye and from there, to the brain, a chemical transformation immediately begins to take place. The victim essentially dies, leaving the lizard parasite in complete control of. Anyone can be body snatched and, according to Marshall, he's even seen this done to young children. Furthermore, Marshall claims that all loyal families within the Illuminati are expected to offer one of their children to be replaced by a Vril host. They can body snatched at any time. Marshall says he has even seen body snatching done with just a couple of guys holding someone down while the victim is screaming. No ceremony required. According to Marshall, The Illuminati utilized this unique parasitic ability of the lizards to further their own dark agenda. They are able to remove those resistant to their goals without anyone even noticing, and with Vril body snatching, the troublesome person is now replaced with an Illuminati spy. Vril lizard psychology. Since Marshall maintains that all Vril lizards want to be human, they admire human intelligence in the beautiful human form. They want to crawl out from deep underground into the light and walk unnoticed among humanity. Hells lived in advanced civilization that existed in the Atlantic Ocean. Marshall reports that Vril hosts had body snatched and infiltrated their way into positions of power throughout Atlantean culture, where they destroyed themselves with advanced some point, starred sharpening pointy sticks. For example, the Hopi Indian culture successfully drove off Vril lizards, while the ancient Anasazi Indians of New Mexico were forced to leave behind their elaborate cliff dwellings in order to relocate far away from near. Pact was forged between the Nazis and the lizards, making them mutual allies. Conditions of the pact required directing tremendous resources to assist the Vril lizards, including the building of deep, underground military bases where body-snatching malevolent lizards have infiltrated human society and are replacing us, one by one, without raising any alarm. One might ask, wouldn't someone try to tell people and save humanity? According to Marshall, President Ronald Reagan tried to warn the public on numerous occasions from 1985 to 1988. In an important speech to the United Nations General Assembly on September 21, 1987, at the height of the Star Wars space race with Russia, Reagan mused, "In our obsession with the antagonisms of the moment, we often forget how much unites all the members of humanity. To make us recognize this common bond, I occasionally think how quickly our differences would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside of this world. Quickly our differences would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside of this world. And yet I ask, is not an alien force already among us?"
Single week, I got 100 of these things. They come here every single week and they deliver one of these things and they try and push this stuff on you, Jesus, and the one world government. Now, you see what it says there? Why do we need one? Is it possible? And who's qualified to rule? Drink his fluoridated water, eat his poison foods, you take his poison vaccines. You should be bleeding blue blood, not red blood. Blue blood is antimicrobial and clots easy. No bleeding when you get into listen, you need to raise your copper, get rid of your iron. See my videos on that. Down to 10% capacity. You're the food class, the slave class, reptilian. Look at your brain chart. You have a reptilian core to your brain. It says it on every brain chart.
Eat your fucking McDonald's and drink your sodas. Yeah, you might as well be talking to a fucking shoe because you look like a fucking filthy fucking retards when I see you people out there, zombies eating and